The Dragon Devil, 296 kilometers, nearly 5,000 meters of climbing, huge mountains, one long day, and one very specific target. Can I complete this route in 9 to 9.5 hours with very little stopping time? The challenge was set. The playground was ready. Down there is all of the food that I'm taking with me, or well, not exactly taking with me, but prepared for tomorrow. Charlie's helped. She's going to be helping feeding, doing private feeds for me tomorrow, alongside the actual event feeds. So thank you, Charles. Yes, there's going to be a few people actually. We've got some friends coming out on the course. I'm going to show you a very brief summary of what the food plan is tomorrow, but I'm not going to go into detail about it. I'm going to do another video about that after the weekend. Collected everything into little groups that makes things easier to plan and see. My first stop is going to be the next stop, the next stop, the next stop, the next stop. You'll see that like going further down the line, I'm starting to rely more on like the easier carbohydrate sources like jelly babies or gels or like Coke. Things that probably a lot easier to get in and absorb than the more solid food further down here. There's obviously nothing you can change the day before. Physically, all the preparation's done. Mentally, you can have a good night's sleep. You can fuel up well the day before or the days before, and you can make sure your bike's in tip-top condition. Tomorrow is basically an eating competition. Although today was as well. There was a lot of carbs consumed today, but also a lot of carbs consumed tomorrow. To be consumed tomorrow. To be continued tomorrow. To be...
Continue to be consumed tomorrow.
Yeah. If you ask me how I'm feeling today, I'm feeling quite nervous because this is like the first time I've done this big, but like with the goal in mind of pushing myself throughout the whole thing. I know I'm going to have to probably get to a point somewhere in this ride where I'm like, this is enough, I want to get off the bike. I'm preparing myself for that mentally, even though it might not even happen. I might be on the best day of my life.
I have to bring you up here for a afternoon tea.
Afternoon tea? maybe afterwards. It's a perfect location for it, isn't it? I think can see where the Tour of Britain's coming here.
Yeah.
Right then, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'll see you in a bit.
Good luck. Have a good day.
I've got everything I like.
Yeah, see you in a couple of hours.
So all roads are fully open to live traffic as soon as you cross the start line. And shoes on the course, they are there for your safety. Look out for the arrows.
A lovely day for a 300-kilometer ride in the Welsh Hills with a massive group in tow. Remember, I'd keep eating, keep drinking. That's the name of the game today. So I've been very fortunate to hook up with a couple of gentlemen to start this ride. The first 80k we're going to try and stick together as much as possible. You'll know some of them from the bike pedal community. I've reached out on Strava and Instagram, and they've been very willing to ride together to keep things steady on the climbs early on, and then to make the most of riding on the flat together. That's one thing that will really help your average speed and your energy saving, of course, is finding some riders who want to work together and stick together as well, especially for the first bit where you could definitely get carried away as I say that. So I just come down Industrial Gunlice, and the route is heavily urbanized this first like 2 hours until you get to like the Black Mountains. It's something to be wary of, like it's potholes everywhere and road furniture, and you always want to kind of put yourself ahead of people in a group if you can, just so that you minimize any danger to yourself. Not that anyone's like bad rider, but you know, it just helps. Oh, that's better. I know, that's very much better. First P stop of the day. Number 1 of 20. Not far for the first climb. Come on in. First big climb of the day, Black Mountain. 2 hours in. Just 200 watts normalized. Saved a lot of energy at 33k now. So I'm very grateful to the musketeers that have stuck around me. And the checks are in the post. The only smooth bit, just there. 7 watts faster, that bit of tarmac. I've got a bit of an army escort going on here. Feeling good. Average speed is 33 kilometers an hour. Obviously we've not climbed much yet, but something to hold on to. Ah, good timing. Hold the bike. Cut. Who's that? Oh, it's Dom. Dom deserves a ton of credit for the footage that he managed to shoot today. Awesome work, Dom. We've actually gone straight past the event feed. Chosen to just skip this one. So I've just grabbed a peanut butter, honey and banana sandwich, or baguette. It's adding to my aerodynamics. I'm gonna eat in a couple of hours time. And I got 2 full bottles now, which should see me around this next 40-mile loop. But I'm gonna try and find a group if I can and surf the wheels a little bit before we get to Devil's Staircase. Ooh. So now that I'm on my own for a little bit, I can be a little bit honest with you. And I've had a very easy ride up till now because of the group and the riders that joined in. I just want to say now, thank you so much. Of course, to start a little bit later than the first wave, you know, like half an hour. So we've now got like a good opportunity to like catch a couple of people, and it gives you a bit of motivation as well. Finding and making friends is definitely the way to go when you're doing a long route like this. Like making allies, so you can save yourself, like freewheeling. We're still moving along at 25 mile an hour. That's what it's all about.
To be honest, I think it's the one reason why, you know, the organisation want to take you kind of this far north. You know, obviously for the mileage, but the Devil's Staircase is a ride that, like, you know, for a lot of people I think it would be like one of their best rides they've ever done in the UK. Because this road I'm on right now, the balcony road, it's mesmerising. That is the Devil's Staircase in all its glory. On your right. Oh, we're currently flying around Llynbrian. There's a reservoir just down there. I mean, it's an incredible place here. This is the highlight for me of the whole 300k loop. Really is this loop, which is a loop in itself, 40 odd miles, from Llandovry. Yeah, definitely a highlight. Who built this road? You're a legend. Yeah, we're almost back to Llandovry, and then we have like the final 140k roughly, but it's like the hilliest section of the ride. I'm still holding on to almost a 33k an hour average, which is blowing my mind. But I feel like today the bike is just zipping under me, whether it's my wax chain or my fast tires, I don't know, or maybe it's just me. Sandwich time, 5 hours in, nice and salty. I've chosen the perfect moment to eat this. We got this like 10k section of road that goes ever so slightly downhill to Llandovry, but it's key really that like in moments like this I just want to keep riding hard and keep like pushing on, but because it's such a long day, you've always got to like sometimes say, oh, I'm just gonna take a break for just a minute, eat something, so it pays off later, because otherwise you just want to keep pushing and pushing and then you never end up eating something. So
It's like 3 hours basically kind of. Well, it was just because the groups were so fast and the weather had been really good, so I've hardly had to like work. The next 100k is cricket. Like, it's so hilly now, but I don't know how many people are left,
but I think we've just gone through.
So this was actually my second proper stop of the day. I was just over 160 kilometers in.
Was it?
Huh?
That first group that went past?
First group, oh yeah, the ones,
Was
the
it?
4 or 5 were going together.
Yeah.
Christ, we've been in there food and stuff.
No, just
Feeling
past.
very good at this point. I don't look fatigued at all, and to be honest, I didn't feel like it, and that's testament to the fueling. I am rocking the Pagacha tuft sticking out of my helmet there, which I didn't realise until looking at this footage. Maybe that's why I felt so good today. Lovely bit of help from my friends there. I'm just carrying one bottle now. I'm going to be stopping like every hour. Charlie's going to be filling in now. This last 100k is crucial, so I'm going to be stopping with her every hour to swap a bottle, save me carrying an extra bottle. It's all about speed over this next 100k. This is it now. This is crunch time. This is how bad do I want this 9 to 9.5 hour finish time. 5.5 hours in, 32.8k now. About 2,000 meters left to climb in the next 90k, and then it's downhill for the last 30. Come on. So we're now on the first major climb of this second half, Bulch Bryndion. It's a lovely atmosphere to it, but starting to catch riders now. We're doing the 215 Gran Fondo, so getting a nice bit of slipstream up the climb. I've never been down here before, but this is incredible. 200 kilometers in about 6 hours. We ain't got much more climbing to do. There's obviously a lot of descending as well, so far it's good, but problem is now that we're catching riders who are in the other ride, feeds are going to be quite difficult. Like that last one was a bit chaotic. Charlie was stood in amongst a group of riders who'd stopped to admire the view at the top, and I just looked like I was robbing her. I was like, give me all the food, and I'm just going straight away. Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. There's a lot of people there. The Welsh experience. A little bit of rain. Alright, we're on to lanes now. And we're coming up to the bottom of Devil's Elbow. We've been through Senny Bridge, past Cray, lovely roads. It's bone dry again now. Just met Charlie again. She's gonna have a real hard time now. Blow my neck. Her job today is something else. MVP for sure. Because she's gonna have to drive around, because this road we're riding on now is closed to cars, so it's so busy with cyclists, so she's gonna have to drive around, and I don't think she's gonna make it to the next meeting point, unless of course like it takes us roughly the same time. It's gonna be touch and go if she gets that last feed for me. We'll see. Oh no. On your right. On your right. You're right. Cheers. At this point I think I'm just a nuisance to people. Alright. So I thought I would jump in and give you a little bit of a commentary on this climb. This is the Devil's Elbow. You only actually do the staircase if you're doing the Dragon Devil, the longest route, which means that this comes obviously much further into the ride than the Gran Fondo, the 200 kilometer, just over 200 kilometer route down from this one. But you can see that I think regardless of the route that you decided to do on the day,
this is still a challenge. This climb is still almost 2 kilometers at average rate of 10%. Between the two hairpins is definitely the steepest section, and it is very cruel.
Oh, big kudos to everybody who got up Devil's Elbow there, even if you were walking, because it's not an easy climb by any means. Massive elevation gain, very short space of time, little headwind and tailwind as well. Well done. You're rewarded with an awesome descent now, actually. After this descent, we have the two biggest climbs of the whole day, the Regos and the Bulk, back to back, with probably about 15 minutes of rest between them. This is the real test. You can lose minutes here if you haven't fueled. So this is my real test. This is what it's all come down to. The faster I can climb these two mountains, the better for my average speed on a whole. So that's what all this eating and energy savings come down to. This is where I was supposed to meet Charlie, and I don't think she'd have made it here in time. Which means I'll have to... Oh my god, there she is! What a legend! You must have absolutely kinned it.
You don't want to know what I did through the lanes. What
Right,
do you need?
just another bottle
Right.
of mix.
Water.
The last one is, yeah, Glyn.
I don't know if there's anything in there.
I think there is.
Check.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever's in Glyn's bag.
Cool.
Yeah, go on and open it and I'll have a... Can you check everything else in my back pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah. I've got ice if you want it. I'm going to put an extra bar in there for you. Want ice?
Listen, you don't have to come to the finish though. Because we're well ahead of schedule, there's no need.
Are you sure?
It just goes in the middle. Put everything in the middle.
In the middle.
Nothing on the left, because that's where the GoPro is.
Right. 2 bars, 2 gels. Okay?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Do you want any more Coke?
Get that woman a medal. Oh. I wasn't holding up that chope. Gotta turn the screw now. Penultimate climb. Glenneath. This is technically all one climb to the Regos from this direction. Very long, like for a UK climb and for something that comes after 240k. I'm trying my best now to ride about 5.5 watts per kilo. I gotta do it now. I don't know if it was the caffeine gel I had, but I can't feel my legs. I feel unstoppable. I've never felt like this, ever. 7.5 hours in, I'm absolutely pinging. I'm doing like ridiculous. There's no way I should be doing this up these climbs this far into the ride. Traffic Central in Treorchy. And there we go. Here we go then. Final climb, the Bulk. Gotta get over this beast, which is about 5k, and it's all downhill. And to do it in 9 hours, I've got to do like 36k an hour. You wanted a challenge, Ed? It's gonna end with one. Well, I got to the top of final climb, the bulk. Oh my word, I'm like seeing double. The lights have gone out slightly, but it's downhill now. I can eat to recuperate. I've only got 30k to go and 45 minutes to finish in 9 hours. If I do that, it'd be nuts. It all depends now how fast this section of road is. It's all to play for. I just downed 2 50-gram Sturka bars. They made a difference. 100 grams of carbs, bang! Back up again. Energy levels full.
Congratulations about that.
Thank you. Cheers. Almost good stuff. Didn't quite do the 9. Well, as I see the groups ride in on the other side of the road as I'm plodding home, I actually realise I'm in a very privileged position, and that the real heroes of the day, the inspiring people of the day, are the people who are out there, you know, doing the shorter routes, doing the medium routes, doing the routes that challenge them, doing the routes on equipment that maybe they borrowed, maybe they only just bought a bike a month ago and they decided to sign up to the shortest event today to start their cycling journey. Those are the people who, in my mind, are inspiring. And what I did today is just an accumulation of a process, something that I've done for years and years, and although it was a challenge, and it was challenging, I hit the nail right on the head. The preparation went well, the process went well. I couldn't have done it without the people around me. Charlie, Dom with the footage and driving around all day, Trish, Juliet, Paul, they were stood there at the feed stations for me as well. And of course, my band of climbers, my brigade, my domestiques, who answered the call when I asked who would like to ride the first 100k with me to help share a little bit of workload. Hats off to you all, because this wasn't something I could have done without the help of you guys. That's to give a real quick summary of how it went today. I would say nutrition went almost perfectly. Probably an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Pacing, 10 out of 10. Mindset, 10 out of 10. The first couple of hours when I was with a group and we were able to conserve energy, but also, you know, ride quite considerably fast, that was also a 10 out of 10. There's not many things I could have improved today, and although I was on my own for a good portion of probably the last 200 kilometers, I managed to conserve so much in the first 100k almost that I was very, hey, nice one, bud. Yeah, I was very, very happy with it. So what's next?